Crystal Palace 50 Millwall League Division 3 South at 19,239 manager Tom Bromelo. Last week we had the 50 thrashing of Brighton in this feature, so it is only right that we include Millwall. We don't want them feeling left out. Goals from Bo Bertie, Jack Blackman and a Bert Dawes hat-trick put the Lions to the sword and sent Palace up to second in Division 3 South. Saturday, the 2nd of November 1991, Liverpool 12 Crystal Palace League Division 1 at 34,231 manager Steve Coppell. This fixture 2 seasons before was infamous. The 90 thrashing led to a rivalry of sorts amongst the two clubs and played as the opening to a story that would end with perhaps the most famous semi-final FA Cup win of all time. In this one, Palace and Jeff Thomas specifically exercised their Anfield demons, but not before Glenn Hyson 43 had given the hosts the lead just before the break. Whatever Steve Coppell said at halftime worked, however. Marco Gabbiadini 51 scored shortly after the break before Jeff Thomas 72, who missed a penalty in the 90 disaster, grabbed a winner 18 minutes from time. "We all set ourselves the hidden target to go back to Anfield and make amends," said Steve Coppell. "I suppose in a way the cup victory did a little bit. It blotted or erased a little bit of the memory of the 90. But to actually go to Anfield and win was a great feeling. The bus on the way back was the sweetest atmosphere that we had amongst the boys this year." Wednesday, the 2nd of November 1994, Coventry City 14 Crystal Palace Premier League at 10,729 manager Alan Smith. Palace picked up a vital win at Coventry. Andy Priest 18 opened the scoring after great work from Ricky Newman and John Salako before the provider-turned-scorer, Salako 20, this time getting on the end of a Chris Armstrong cross, making it 2 goals in as many minutes for the visitors. The Twaggle cushion would disappear 3 minutes later as Dion Dublin 23 headed home, but there would be no comeback. Priest 49 scored again, nodding in yet another John Salako cross, a move that started with Nigel Martin punting the ball from one penalty area to the other. Ricky Newman 80 then put the gloss on the result with a thunderbolt from 25 yards after a clearance from, you guessed it, another John Salako cross. Saturday, the 2nd of November 1996, Tranmere Rovers 13 Crystal Palace League Division 1 at 8,613 manager Dave Bassett. The Eagles continued the march up the table under Dave Bassett, but would have to come from behind at Prenton Park. Palace old boy Andy Thorne 3 headed home a corner, and there was no lack of celebrating from the big centre-back. Bruce Dyer 15 promptly restored parity with a low drive across the keeper after some tenacious tackling from David Hopkin. Dougie Friedman 48 then put the visitors ahead, nodding home from close range after a towering Neil Shipperley header had cannoned back off the post, falling kindly for the Scot. The game was not put beyond Tranmere until 5 minutes from time, when a well-worked corner caught them napping. Hopkin finished off the move with a lovely near-post finish. All results: what happened yesterday, November 1st, Palace lost 50 at Wigan, a result that would cost Kemba his job. On a brighter note, Championship Palace went to 3rd in the Premier League, Leicester in the League Cup, and pulled off an upset.